Salutations, hello, hi, and welcome to Basic Public Speaking. I'm Christy Thomas. I'm your professor and instructor for this course, and this is the video chat for week 13. Week 13's dates are November the 10th through the 14th. Almost said 13th to the 14th. Let's go ahead and discuss. I want to apologize in advance for my voice. I am in a bout of laryngitis, so it's making my voice kind of squeaky and crack. I am trying to maintain audible tones so it's not too squeaky. All lessons and speeches are now opened in this course, so everything is opening for your viewing pleasure. What I had set aside for this week, but I really discussed it a lot more in the nonverbals along with audience analysis, is the listening ethics of public speaking. Now, in this module, it discusses the differences between listening and hearing, and some scholars and some theorists and some communication folks interchange the two. For the purpose of my world and my teachings, I kind of define them both because they do coexist together, and I pull in from the communication theory process. And if you recall, that's been open since the class has been open, and it's at the pretty much the top of the page of Blackboard after the welcome stuff. There's the listening and hearing. Listening is you're taking in just enough information to respond. So this is someone's chatting with you, you can give an answer or roll call or whatever the case may be here. Not much deeper meaning than that. Whereas hearing is you purposely, intently listening. You are putting deliberate intention into whomever is speaking. It could be in a form, it could be a teacher, it could be a friend, it could be a family member, someone in the community, whatever the case may be. You could be watching a show or you could be watching a documentary. The list keeps going. This is where you are actively paying attention to what is being said so that you can take the message and decode it yourself. And by decoding it, you are taking common knowledge, connotations, all this falls under, and you apply meaning to what is being said. This sets you up to thoroughly respond, keep the loop going, or to really communicate effectively. So that's, in my world, the difference is with listening and hearing. Listening is you're taking in just enough information to respond, whereas hearing, you are intently listening to the message to properly decode for thorough communication. Okay, and a lot of people will interchange them and they say there's no difference, and to each their own. So it also discusses in that module, and I've already chatted about this, but it also breaks down that, I don't want to say obligations, but expectations of an audience member is we're to listen, thoroughly listen. We may not enjoy the message or the speaker themselves, but we are making a conscious effort on the polite side of the world to listen to the message. Like I said, you may not agree with the speaker or the message being sent, but you are listening with purpose so that you can take in all information for a rebuttal or a healthy discussion. Not for fighting, not for shaming or anything, because, these can be hostile waters, but it's the purpose of intently listening so there can be a healthy discussion. And a lot of this comes in, think about debates, the back and forth. Some people are really great at debate. They can roll, so to speak, roll the punches. But what I mean by this is they may not agree with the person whom they are debating against. And usually you're not going to agree. That is the purpose of a debate. But, the power to listen respectfully and rebuttal. I see the point you're making, but let me tell you this, or can you explain this, or can you further dive deeper into this? So that's what all that is about with listening ethics. All that falls under it. So again, that's been open for a few weeks now, but that's what I had set aside for this week. But let's discuss what's due this week. You have a speech due this week, and that is your third main speech called Tell Me a Story. All right. Tell Me a Story is a choose your own adventure. This is an amalgamation, mashup, merging of several genres. informative, celebratory speaking, and the subgenre of storytelling all are in this. So technical requirements is an outline because it is a main speech, a works cited because there must be an oral citation unless you choose option 1. And remember, all the details are in its own module, but I'm going to chat a bit about it for a hot second here, but not as in depth as I have in previous videos. And then a video of yourself delivering this speech must be submitted as well. This is due by Friday, November the 14th by 5 p.m. Grade books are updated at this point from your storytelling speech. With Choose Your Own Adventure, option 1, you can read a children's book. Think up to like grade 3. But if you choose this option, you must really invoke your storytelling, your storytelling persona. You change your voice, give some nonverbals, use your hands, really get into the storytelling aspect of it. And for this, if you choose this option, your citation is just creating a bibliography or works cited with the book itself. There are apps and there are pages, websites that you can plug and chug your information, and it creates the words are hard and they left me already. It creates the citation for you, so all you have to do is copy and paste it and put it at the bottom of your outline. Again, when it comes to outlines, you can create your own, or you can use the one that I've created for you, that is in the organization outlining module, as I have repeated several times. So the organization outlining module has an outline template, but you do not have to use it if you choose to make your own. Whatever makes you happiest and whatever's easiest in your world. So back to tell me a story. Option 1 is read a children's book. Think up to grade 3 in an elementary school. You can also choose to do a tribute or memorial speech. You can choose to do an acceptance speech. You can choose, think of log style stuff like Get Ready With Me's, or you're doing movie reviews, book reviews, video game reviews, food reviews, restaurant reviews, location reviews. Perhaps you're telling me why something's so awesome, why it's so great, why we should choose this, why this was the better choice for an actor in this film. You can tell me about remakes from books or remakes of film genres or franchises. You can talk about your favorite historical time. You can tell me about true crime, a murder mystery, a ghost story, a conspiracy theory. The sky's the limit here on what you can choose. So, you can read a book. You can do a memory tribute speech. You can create a commencement speech. You can create a wedding toast. You can create an acceptance speech. Perhaps you're really into writing books, or you want to be a director, or you're a singer. Think if you won that award, what would you say? You can do a roast. If you do a roast, I ask that you choose someone that is well known. Don't choose someone in your immediate vicinity. When it comes to tribute and memory speeches, you can choose someone famous, someone not real, like a literary figure or a character from a show or a movie, or you can choose someone close to you. No preference there. Most of these you're choosing, you think of it as a vlog style. You're coming forward and you're talking about, you could be telling me about a movie, and when you're doing a book or a movie review, something, you give that slight synopsis, and then you tell me, I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, and here's why. 1, it could be you really enjoy the actor, or perhaps it's your director. I have a few directors that I truly enjoy their work. Watch everything they do. Some stuff hits great, some stuff doesn't. Perhaps you're really into a franchise. Maybe Star Wars is your cup of tea. Are you into the old school Star Wars? Are you into the new stuff? Are you into some of the series? Are you more into the animated stuff? Like what pinged right, what did not ping right? This is what I'm talking about. The purpose of these, whatever choice that you make, you're going to put your own flair onto it, just as you would in storytelling. But also remember the vibe and the mood within it itself, because that comes into play. And again, that's with celebratory. You're really coming together as a community, but you are also aware of the mood and the vibe being set forth. That's the same with these speeches. So you have a plethora of options to choose from. Again, you can do reviews over foods or restaurants or locations. You could tell me why one beach is better than another, or why one should visit here or should go there. I take my kids, we go several times a year to St. Augustine, Florida. It is like a prime location for us. So I generally will they'll be out of school for a few days, and I write those, forms for an educational excuse. I could probably write you a brochure on why St. Augustine is this place, but I'm also kind of a history nerd. I love historical stuff, and I just think it's fascinating. And if that, that could be your cup of tea, or you could tell me what your favorite holiday is, what's so magical about it. Are you a magic maker? I consider myself a magic maker. I've already decorated for upcoming holidays. Like, my tree is up. It doesn't have ornaments yet, but it is up. So that's giving you an idea. Just put your flair on it. Remember the mood, remember the vibe, put your flair on it. So have fun with it. Really have fun with this. This is like a very large, again, this is a mashup of celebratory, informative, and the subgenre storytelling. We're just looking for, I want to see you. I want to see you shine through this speech. Again, that's all the details for that is in the module for the Tell Me a Story third main speech. 2 links. 1 link to upload your outline and works cited. That's the other thing, the works cited. Choosing any of those besides the book one, you have to have an oral citation. And that's just a blurb or something that goes along with what you're saying. Say you're doing a tribute speech. Maybe you're doing a memory speech of Ozzy Osbourne. You may begin it with a lyric of one of his songs or a quote from someone. As long as it has to do with the mood, the vibe, or the topic of your speech, give credit where credit is due. And this sets us up because in your final speech, you have 2 oral citations. We'll discuss that at another point. So, with that being said, that is due Friday, November the 14th by 5 o'clock. After that, due dates are as follows. On Tuesday, November the 25th by 5 o'clock, your final storytelling speech is due as well. Then Friday, December the 5th, the second round of Cannon's Rhetoric Questionnaire is due, the same as the round 1, just applying what you took from this class. And the 10th, Wednesday by noon, December 10th, your final speech is due. And I also want to say the cutoff date for anything in this course is Wednesday, December the 10th. So everything is due by then. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to me. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I hope that you have an amazing week. Thank you all so much. Bye.